So here is a small update on the X, Y, and Z axis and the limit switches. I mounted limit switches to the X axis, down here to the Z axis, and one on the Y axis. The construction of the threaded rod holder down here changed quite a bit. I did a lot of small changes to this part down here, so I went through a few iterations, and also the part that clamps the nut and is attached to the X-axis crane, that also changed a bit. But these are small changes. Overall, I'm at the point now where I'm starting to wire things up. I did get a RAMS board, and I did get some stepper drivers. I'm putting these together now. I also built the firmware, and this will all be joined together now, and I can have some first movement tests and see how it goes then. Apart from that, nothing much has happened, except I decided on which extruder I'm going to use, and I ordered a E3D Titan Aero. I don't know when that is going to arrive, because most of the suppliers are out of stock. Maybe I got lucky, maybe I didn't. Let's see. And the other parts, I haven't thought about it yet. I don't know where I'm going to put the electronics and where I'm going to put the display and SD card reader. But those are small things considered to the work ahead. Also, when I did the Z-axis limit switch, I did it in a way so I could modify the length of, or the height of the switch very easily. So if I get a smaller extruder that doesn't have that much height, I can move the axis down a bit without having to change everything that is part of the Z-axis. The parts count is still pretty low. The costs, well, yeah, the costs are kind of picking up now, because the extruder is really expensive. And but it's not a Bowden extruder, it's an all-in-one, and I'm looking forward to that. The build platform, that piece of acrylic that I want to put on the Y-axis, arrived. I'm not sure if that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to have some very, very hard acrylic, and they sent me some Lexan glass, which is very, very flexible. And I'm not sure that that is going to work out. Maybe I have to think of something different. Maybe get some aluminum sandwich material or something like that, so it stays light. But I can put it on the Y-axis and really tighten it down. For a start, I'm probably going to go with the acrylic, although it's not what I wanted. But let's start out with that now. Yeah, that's it for this update. So, as you can probably see and hear, the printer is working. I connected a blank extruder with nothing but a cooler on the back, which I've been using as a ballast for a while. And I have all the steppers wired up correctly. I have the setup in the firmware somewhat correct. Maybe not perfect, but good enough to try it out. As you can see, the display is working, which is cool. and I'm printing, I don't know, the last print that I was doing with my other printer, I'm just repeating that one onto this printer. It's probably all wrong, but since it doesn't have an extruder or a build plate, it doesn't matter. But it's cool, it's working, and it's working pretty nice. All of the belt handling is great. Same for the y-axis. The z-axis is moving freely. Zeroing works. Yeah, it's pretty nice. And now I'm gonna wait for the extruder, and then I'm gonna work on setting the build area up. And soon after that, I'm going to be able to do my first real print. That's cool, that went a lot faster than I thought it would. So let's stop this for now, because that extruder is really starting to smell up the place. These are real cheap extruders that I got, I don't know, some time ago, maybe a year ago or so. But the problem with those was there is so much grease left in the bore that one of them actually caught fire. And so I'm not really using them until they've had temperature for quite some time, and all that has burned off. But it really stinks. Okay. So much for that. I'm really happy with this. I'm going to have to do some small changes, like reverse the direction on the encoder down here, because that is running the wrong way around. Small things. But as far as the printer is concerned, I'm really happy right now. And I don't think there's a lot for me to do, except keep on building it. But from a design point of view, I think the design's just been proven. All right, I think that's it for today. See you all